are putting window candles together today for the windows in the chateau, and thank you for all of the wonderful ideas. This ended up being the one thing I could get for all of our double paned or double windows, and come with a little remote, and let's see, turn them on and can make them flicker. Isn't that neat? Can slow down the flicker. You can dim them or brighten them. They're just great. Amazon special. And turn them off, and then it works on all of the candles. So you really only need one remote no matter how many boxes you get. So my mother is helping me put these together today. We have about 8 boxes to go. So all of the candles are put together and on and flicker. Ooh. Now to see if they'll actually stick to the windows. With my windows that have these little railings, I'm just putting them as if they were sort of sitting on the top of that railing instead of floating. And then all the other ones are going in the bottom of the windows. Make sure it's as low as the other one. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. Yes. Very pretty. Not bad at all. So I have a rough plan for how I want the wreaths on the doors to look. So basically I'm going to do the 3 doors right on the bottom, and because the windows are double because they're French doors, I'm going to try to do 2 wreaths on each door. And this is the document I've made for the florist, and given them all of the dimensions so that they can fit right on that middle window, and then also we can close the shutters as well. And I gave some references for inspiration, and really I would like it to look like this. And I think that would be the coolest. I'm also pricing a stairwell garland, but I'm betting, and as well as a mantle, but I'm betting that that's going to be pretty expensive, and I don't mind to make that myself. So if I can figure out how to do it, I will do it. I got 6 wreaths and some poinsettias. I'm not going to use this nasty paper stuff here. 2 here hanging, 2 here hanging, and 2 there hanging. Probably with the red ribbon over the top, like that. We devised a system of measuring the ribbon to get it the right length. We'll do 2 per window for the 3 doors on the entryway. And I'll put some bows on the bottom one to make them nice and add some little Christmas lights to them. But pretty, I like them. So now I am making bows for the wreaths, and I've been practicing on a short one and watching YouTube videos, and I've got 6 long ribbons and just gonna see how it works out. all the wreaths are hung and we're wired for light in the evening. So I'm out trimming branches today that I think could be really nice foliage for our table. We're having the neighbors over on Saturday night, and so collecting a little bit of pine or pine-like branches from one of our giant pine trees, and some of these, which I don't know what they are exactly, but they have these beautiful red berries for the table, and gonna put those in there with our Christmas decorations. It's nice to be able to, you know, just go outside on our own property and forage. We used to do this in Denmark. Bo and I and the kids would go and find, you know, pretty leaves and branches and put them together to create centerpieces with clay. And that was really cool. And so now we don't even have to go so far to do that. So there's this big tree just here, and then down here in the ground is sort of this, you know, it is a root from this tree, but all of the dirt around this area, just to show you for perspective, is cleared out a bit, and it's as if, you know, something has been digging or running around this root, maybe rubbing up against it, because you can see that the dirt is all torn up a little bit here. And I'm assuming that that's our wild boar friends. We saw a bunch of them in the bushes last night. The little eyes reflecting back at us, and some grunting. So maybe this is a scratching post of sorts. So I got some pine-like branches that I really like, and some sticky branches with these beautiful red berries on them that I like. And I've watched a few YouTube videos, so hopefully I can tie these branches to this long string to make a centerpiece that will be nice. So what I have learned is that you take several little branches and put them together until they're a nice thickness. Yeah, something like that, you know. And then you have like a line that's going, and you're starting at one end. And basically, you know, so we started here, and I've tied two little bunches to this line, and I'll overlap this third one and also tie it to this line to create a string of garland. This is how my centerpiece ended up, by layering the branches and tying them together along a string. It's a little simple, but I like it. I need something also for the mantle, and I was thinking for that to use these branches that have already these red berries on them, and then just gonna layer them, I think, and then attach them with this green wire, and maybe do some pointing that way and then some pointing this way to kind of rest up there behind, well, with the lights. And then we're gonna put little Christmas lights on that. So I did the two sides. So one pointing this way and one pointing that way, and just join them in the middle, and then I have just a couple of loose branches to kind of fill it out in the middle. So now I'm winding some of the lights along the table, and you can use the remote from two different things on the same. And so I think I would keep the table one on the more gradual, calm thing. Yeah,
kind of like that. If you're going to be sitting there and eating, you probably don't want anything flashing in your face, but I'm going to continue kind of winding that along to the end and got some sort of stout candles, you know, it's coming from Amazon to replace those sort of daily use candlesticks. Coming in, we have some poinsettias here in the hallway, and it's pretty chilly here in the hallway, so they actually like it. And we have some clementines and pine cones and a Christmas garland, Yankee Candle. If you're from the US, you might love Yankee Candle, I do. And some of our little nutcrackers from Carrefour. The fake eucalyptus on the railing for the steps, but it turned out to be absolutely the best thing that I did, because the real one was unbelievably pricey, and this looks really pretty. So we ended up going with the one candle in each window pane for our new chateau from Amazon. And thank you for the suggestions. It turned out really cool. And the two candles in each window are just fine.